Hello YouTube, it's Emma Blue Eyes 10 here, and this is a quick Q&A video that I'm going to do. I'm just showing you these random pictures and things like that at the moment because unfortunately I'm not feeling all that great, and as I keep saying, you really don't want to see me when I'm ill, so I thought I'd get this Q&A video done and out the way before the next bunch of videos come up, which are going to be at the sneak peek of the Tachyon Galaxy in Edinburgh on Saturday. As I said before, I will be taking my camera with me and hopefully competing in the sneak peek, but I don't know yet, but I'm definitely taking my camera with me. Anyway, let's go on to the Q&A video. So here we go. First one is from Joe Lusagnet. If the Blue Eyes deck gives us a twin-headed Blue Eyes XYZ monster, would you like it and play it? Well, that would actually depend, really, if it has an effect or not, in all honesty. I highly doubt they'll ever make a Blue Eyes Twin Dragon. Just like for the Red Eyes series, they probably will never do a Red Eyes Ultimate Dragon. But it would also have to depend on the attack stats and effect that the Blue Eyes Twin Dragon would get if it does ever get made. You know, because 3 Blue Eyes for 4,500 attack triple-headed Ultimate Dragon is quite a bit of a sacrifice, to be honest. So sacrificing 2 Blue Eyes for something that's only like got 800 extra attack points or something, it probably wouldn't really. I wouldn't really play in the deck, but as a collector, I would collect it definitely. Next question is from Southmaster99. If they made a Blue Eyes Shining Metal Dragon, same effect as the Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon, would you play it? Well, yeah, I would actually. If it was a very similar effect to the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, I probably would play it because it is a Blue Eyes card. Also, if it only had an effect where it would summon out, say, just Blue Eyes cards or anything like that, then I probably would definitely play it. As I keep saying, I don't hate the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I think it's an awesome card for Dragon decks. I just don't want to use it because, you know, I just want to be different. That's just the entire thing. I find it more challenging to build a Blue Eyes deck, really, without having to resort to an easy route, if you see what I mean. And I believe Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, it makes things a lot easier, yes, but I'd rather not go down that route. Next question is also from Southmaster99. Would you mind remaking your Dark Magician deck? I mentioned that a long time ago, before I got into Blue Eyes, I was playing Dark Magician, but it was very, very noobish, very, very amateur. But I do plan to rebuild it in a later video, but that's all I'm going to say for the moment. Next couple of questions are from VGMaster02. Question 1. Even though you run a Blue Eyes deck, would you run a Galaxy Eyes deck once number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon comes out? Question 2. What are your opinions on Chaos number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon? Question 3. Have you thought about making a Blue Eyes Photon deck? Question 4. You still want that Blue Eyes Shining Metal Dragon to be real? And question 5. Do you play Pokemon? And if you do, what would be your perfect ideal team? Alright, for question 1. Yes, I would run Galaxy Eyes. I would run Galaxy Eyes number 107 in my current Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, but as for a Galaxy Eyes deck, I don't know. I mean, yes, it's pretty cool that they've kind of got very similar run-up with the Blue Eyes cards and everything, and I think it's a really cool series, but I highly doubt I'd make a Galaxy Eyes deck anytime soon. I mean, in the possible future, maybe, but I don't know. I'm very, very picky with my cards. I mean, Galaxy Eyes is brilliant, but its effects and everything are very specific in dealing with XYZ monsters most of the time. And if you run into a deck that doesn't use XYZ monsters or anything, then, you know, you've got a bit of a problem there. But currently, not at the moment. But I do plan to get 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon from my current Blue Eyes deck when it does come out. For the Chaos number Neo Galaxy Tachyon Dragon, I'm just going to quickly check that up again. I'm pretty sure it's not had a confirmed effect yet, but I'll need to double check. Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, just check that out. Right, I'm just going to quickly check that, guys. I should really have gotten this set up before I did the video, but I'm really sorry about that, guys. Trivia. NeoGax says. Just gonna see if there's anything. I will, as I keep saying, I really do like the Galaxy Eyes series. I think they're a pretty cool series. Where is it? Oh, it doesn't actually say anything here at the moment. I don't know if it's... I can't find a link for that currently, but it doesn't surprise me that they've kind of upgraded the Galaxy Eyes, to be honest. It was probably bound to happen one way or another. But it looks pretty cool from what I've heard about it and everything, even though it's not got a real confirmed effect yet, but it doesn't surprise me that they've upgraded it into a Chaos number already. As for a Blue Eyes Photon deck, I don't think I'll ever do one, to be honest, because it's like the issue I have with the Blue-Eyed Maiden. It's a brilliant card for Blue Eyes deck and everything, but I'm so comfortable using Totem Dragon. And it's just that, even though I said I probably would build a second Blue Eyes deck to accommodate Maiden, I really don't want to build two Blue Eyes decks, if you see what I mean, but I'll probably figure something out when the time comes round. But whereas for the Blue Eyes Photon deck, technically you can say I've got a little bit of Photon in my current Blue Eyes deck since I'm using Photon Sanctuary as a main way to get out my dragons. But I'm not really one for building lots of decks, to be honest. I just build what I'm comfortable with and what I'm really familiar with, so that's just how I go. As for the Blue Eyes Shining Metal Dragon, it's just the same answer for who is it, Southmaster 99. If it ever does come out, it'd be really cool. I would love it to be a real card because I think it'd be fair, you know, with the Blue Eyes Red Eyes series and everything. But I highly doubt something like that will ever happen unless they really run out of ideas and decide, you know what, let's just make a metal version of this. With Pokemon, I used to play Pokemon, not the TCG game. I used to watch Pokemon, I should say, and I've always liked Pokemon. I've played Pearl, which I still haven't completed yet, and my boyfriend got me that several years ago. Oops. It's an interesting TCG, but I don't think I could play it because, well, to be honest, I'd rather just stick with one TCG at the moment. But I've always liked Pokemon. I thought it was really cool, and if anybody wants to ask what my favourite monster from Pokemon is, it's Palkia and Reshiram and Lugia. Palkia, Reshiram and Lugia, those are my three favourites, and they would definitely be, well, one half of the team. I don't know about the other half, to be honest, but I'd probably say, if I wanted to make a six team, Palkia, Reshiram, Lugia, Mew, because I've always liked Mew, Arcanine, I've always loved Arcanine, and probably Vaporeon as well, because I've really, really liked Vaporeon. But I think that would be my ideal team, probably, but I don't play Pokemon, unfortunately. Anything else? Just trying to see. Next question is from Austin White. Would you use Golem Dragon in your deck? Straight off the bat, I can say no, I don't, because it's a good little dragon card. If you're playing a defensive dragon deck, but in general, dragons are really aggressive creatures no matter what, and they'd rather attack than defend, to be honest, so I don't think I would use Golem Dragon. Interestingly enough, Golem Dragon can be used alongside, say, Debris Dragon's ability to resurrect itself, because Golem Dragon has less than 500 attack, which is pretty cool, but unless you stop like Debris' effect that no other level 4s can be used for synchros, it's a good little combo, but I don't use it. Next question is from my good friend Darkritition84. Is episode 34 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX your favourite GX episode because it stars Cowman and the Blue Eyes cards? Well, it's a top favourite of mine, but I've got several favourite episodes from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. 34 is definitely at the top, followed by the duel of Jaden versus Yubel. I thought that was a really, really good duel, really loved it. It was a bit of a cliffhanger in the dub version because, as you know, Season 4 never got translated into English, so it was left with a kind of cliffhanger, but in the Japanese version it was really intense, really, really good. I also enjoyed like the duels where Jesse Anderson or Johan Anderson duels, regardless if he's controlled by Yubel or not, because I'm a big fan of Jesse Anderson, and I thought they were really good duels, and I love the Crystal Beast. They were pretty awesome. What else? And also, yeah, I also love the Jaden versus Yugi duel at the end of season 4 in the Japanese as well. I would say those are my top favourites, but I would, if you wanted me to pick the top one, it would have to be number 34, just because the Blue Eyes White Dragons are in there, and they win. You know, Jaden actually loses against them, which proves that Blue Eyes still kicks ass. And just one more question now. This is actually up from a private message I got from Akira2805. The Constellars, could you see yourself running a variation of them someday? And what are your current thoughts on them? I believe the Constellars are a very, very cool deck. I have dueled against them on Dueling Network versus the Underground Leader, Kisame Unlimited, and I thought they were really fun, very, very promising cards, especially if you do keep getting good support. But it's not a personal deck I would run, to be honest. It's, as I said, I'm very, very specific with what I want to build and what I want to run, and I'm not really one for building hundreds of decks to test them out and see what suits me and what variants I can build and everything. I mean, on Dueling Network I might do that on occasion, but in the real world I'd rather not have like so many decks, to be honest. It's just not really me. But I think they're a cool deck archetype. I hope they get more support, because I think they've got a lot of potential. Okay, next 1 or 2 questions are going to be FAQs, because I've been asked quite a few questions like this recently, and I'm just going to answer them, and I think that'll be it for this Q&A video. First typical frequently asked question is, what am I using to record my Duel Network duels and things like that? I use Cam Studio. As I mentioned in my previous Duel Network video, I use the Cam Studio, which is easily searchable and downloadable via search engines like Google and everything. I use that mainly to record. I have tried HyperCam 2, but that just really messes up my computer for some reason. It just slows everything right down, and I don't know why. I sometimes also use Cyberlink UCam 5 to record like from the webcam if I don't have any battery power in my other camera, or if I'm just feeling lazy, you know, because there will be a couple of videos where I will feel lazy and I can't be bothered to get my camera out, so I use that instead. But the main way I record is obviously my camera, which is an Alba something, I can't remember. It's a good little digital camera anyway. But what I mainly use to record my online duels and that is definitely Cam Studio. Second frequently asked question is, why do you keep calling all your dragons female? That's just typical me, you know. It's typical for a lot of genders. I mean, if the card has got an obvious gender, then I will call it by its obvious gender. But for the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the theory why I call the Blue Eyes White Dragon female mainly is because the spirit of that dragon came from a female character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Kasara. So because I think it would be strange in my view that a male spirit inhabited a female woman, if you see what I mean. I'd think more of the Blue Eyes as female, because it just makes more sense to me, and that's just how I see it. Also with Light and Darkness Dragon, again, it's not a very obvious gender, but I call it female because I think it's because of the balance it represents, you know, of light and darkness and able to stop everything. I would say, but I just call it female, to be honest. I just find it more comforting and more familiar if I just say it like that, unless it has an obvious gender, of course. What else was there? I think there was one other question, but it's just escaped my mind for the moment. Nope, I can't remember what it is. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry, as I said, I'm not feeling all that great, so I'm sorry, it's just been a load of random pictures for this. But again, if you want to ask me any more questions for the next Q&A video, just post down in the comments below, and I'll probably do another Q&A video in a couple of weeks' time, depending. So till then, again, hope you enjoyed, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye!